Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards about your future spouse and where it is you'll meet them. So I'm going to try and give you all the information I can to help you figure out where it is, like the location, any type of like key features, buildings or surroundings that might be something to be on the lookout for. I drew out as many cards as I could from the decks with the most imagery in them. So I have 4 decks for you all to choose from today. I have put cards on top of them instead of stones, but feel free to choose whichever stack calls out to you, or whichever card, or even if one of the symbols on the card calls out to you. So first we have Queen here with Minnie Mouse. Then we have Briar Rose or Sleeping Beauty with 5. The King here with Mickey Mouse, and then lastly the 2 is with Winnie the Pooh. You can check the description box or the comment section for timestamps if you'd like to skip directly to the stack or stacks that called out to you. Remember, you can choose multiple, just take whatever you feel is really a true message for you. Go ahead and get started. So we're starting off with our first stack here. We have that Queen over there with Minnie Mouse. Already laid out all the cards for you so that, we're speeding up time, not wasting your time. I'll go over all the cards that are already out so you know what's here on the table. We have the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles. Over here we have the 5 of Cups and the Conqueror of Cups. This would be the Knight of Cups. Up here when I was placing the cards out, the 3 of Swords did rotate, so it flipped upside down, and we're just going to take it because I feel like that's the way it was meant to be read. So we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, as well as the King of Cups. Down here we have the 10 of Cups, the Apprentice of Wands. This would be the Page of Wands. And then over here we have our 2 Oracle cards with Abundance and the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, as well as Magic with Glastonbury, Britain. So we have a lot of different cards coming out. We do have all 4 elements coming through, so we do see some even sort of energy, but I do like that we're having some stronger energy within the Pentacles and the Cups, meaning we have stronger foundation energy and stronger emotion energy. So we're seeing somebody who I feel like is, when they meet you, looking for somebody who's more along the lines of a soulmate. So somebody who's coming toward you with the mindset of forever. You see that within the Pentacles. Even the Hierophant, right, would be Taurus. So you'd see that as an earth sign, and it would be represented as the Queen of Pentacles as well. So you see that combination of heavy earth energy coming through, and that's permanent energy. That's something that is definitely, here to stay. So they're approaching you with that mindset. But I also feel like this person is almost like returning to maybe like the dating scene, or just barely sort of entering things, trying to figure things out. So it might be that they've been single for a while, or they've been trying to find the right person and they just really have not matched well with anyone. So it's sort of like almost new for them, but something that they're embracing with this mentality that they have that's like very stable, of like they want something long term. You also see somebody who's a very romantic person. So I feel like they aren't one to go out and like meet people at like quick spots to meet people, like a bar or a club. They don't seem like the type of person to go there. Mainly because of all these cards, we don't see a lot of like almost like partying or, large gatherings. So I think they mainly keep to themselves, which might be more of a place that's like, interest to you. We have a lot of cups. This could be some sort of cafe. It could be a nice restaurant. It seems like somewhere where people just sort of relax with each other. So a coffee shop, a tea shop, just a casual restaurant. Nothing that's too loud, nothing that has like a lot of people. There could also be some areas that like maybe like a park or some place that people will maybe like get a tea or coffee or something, and then they like stroll through the park. It could be a place that has like little places to sit and to just like sort of chill outside, just relax. But I feel like that seems to be the energy from them. They seem to be more of one that likes open spaces. This could also be a park, a botanical garden, a large area, maybe like a camping site, someplace that has a lot of trees, like a place where a lot of people gather, but maybe like keep their distance. Could be a hiking trail. Maybe you like to hike or go out into nature, do yoga, or those things. Could also be somebody who does yoga, and that's how you stumble across them, is in like that like outside yoga, maybe doing yoga at the beach. We do see cups coming out, so with that stronger cup energy, it could be a beach area. I'm feeling more with this stack a heavy nature vibe to it. We have the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. We have the Glastonbury, Britain. Both of those cards have heavy nature. The Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, very heavy nature. Even in the Ten of Cups, a lot of nature going on. So I feel like it's in a wide open space. There seems to be a lot of nature surrounding you. It seems like an area where there's just more trees, and you might think like, where's that, you know, around me? It could just be like a really beautiful park, or like an area that hasn't been, you know, industrialized or modernized yet. It could be just one area that people just find comforting, relaxing, serene, tranquil. You know, it's just an area where it's just, you can be at peace. And I feel like that connection is there within that Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. It almost feels like your energies match up in this location, because it doesn't seem like something that's really overboard or like a lot going on. I feel like you're able to really talk to each other. So it might not be, I mean, you might be with friends. We do have Ten of Cups that has like a group-ish, like a small group feel to it. But it's giving me more where you two can talk to each other one-on-one without anybody sort of interrupting you or coming along and, you know, it being too loud, or there being too much of a commotion. It just seems like a nice area where you two just have a really great opportunity to speak to each other. So also, if you don't, like, if I'm saying these things and you're like, there's no possible way, this area does not match, you know, anywhere near me, it could be that you don't know of this area yet. So sometimes when it comes to these readings, like, I can say something and you're completely unaware of it because it hasn't been put in place yet. So you don't have the opportunity to know where this is until you come across it. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's an epiphany and you're like, that's what that reading meant, is this location. Now, I will say, since we see the Three of Swords in reverse into the King of Cups, what we're seeing is somebody who's coming out of something. Now this, I did say it could be this person that seems like they haven't been dating for a while. Maybe they've been out of the dating scene. But this could be their energy. It could be your energy. So take it whatever way you feel a connection to it. It does seem like this is coming at a time where you're fully healed, or they're fully healed. If this is you, seems to be coming where, like, you've done all the work you've needed to do in order to sort of allow this person to come in. So it's been a sort of a journey for you. We see that in these cards. It's been a while for you to get to this point where you're sort of ready for this permanent energy, that stable energy, that long-term energy that we see in the Pentacles cards. So we're actually seeing you, once again, it could be them, but we're seeing you actually healed. So you're ready for this person to come in, and then in comes that King of Cups energy. And if this is your energy, regardless of gender, it's more of somebody who's in tune with their own energy, in tune with their own emotions, and able to handle anything, you know, in just a better place, in a more healthy place, in a more open place, a more emotionally like stable place. It's not necessarily about the feminine, masculine that, you know, those cards will represent. I see it more so as just how you approach things. So it's somebody who's very strong in their presence, like in who they are. So you're going about this searching for this person, or like meeting this person in a way that's like super healthy for you, because you're not accepting people who don't meet you where you need to be met. And that's the good thing about this person, is that's where they're meeting you, exactly where you need to be met, because we have the Ten of Cups. We have the like perfect ending, you know, the one that you've been waiting for, the ideal story that is present there. And it's just a really wonderful energy to have come across these cards. So that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, I forgot to say, normally the hearts within the playing cards would be cups. So we actually have the King and Queen of Cups here. So we have a true couple. So that's what I'm seeing here with that first deck, and Queen and Minnie, sorry. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our second stack here, we have the Five of Hearts over here with Briar Rose. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite princess, but here she is in her Briar Rose stage. We have all the cards already laid out for you so that you don't have to waste your time waiting for me to lay them out. I will go over them quickly so you do know what's on the table. So starting up here, we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups again, the Sovereign of Cups. This would be the Queen of Cups, the Apprentice of Swords, this would be the Page of Swords. The Four of Cups, we have 2 oracle cards here with growth in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil, as well as exuberance with the Roaring Twenties in Paris. So I do want to note on something, because when I was laying them out, I noticed it and I want to say it before I forget. So we have the Seven of Cups coming out twice, and there's a lot of beach or water imagery in all of these cards. So a lot going on here. But Seven of Cups, sometimes when I see it, I'll say, oh, it's like the genie wish. It's like, be careful what you wish for energy. But since we see it coming out together, or like there's 2 of them, I do feel like this is representing a very good energy where you're coming together by choice. Like it's almost like you've asked the universe, like you and your future spouse have both asked the universe and your guides, you know, whatever higher power you believe in, you're like, I'm ready for this. Can you bring this person in now? And both of those cards coming out, especially with the Seven of Cups down here with that eye of sort of like seeing things, it's giving me vibes like they're saying, okay, now it's time for the arrival of this person. And then here they come with the Knight of Cups, that smooth move, like nice transition energy. So that's what I'm saying. It does seem like it's coming in rather soon with this energy. It might be 7, maybe intervals of 7. It could be 7 months. It could be the 7th month when you're watching this. It could be 7 months from now, 7 weeks from now. It just seems like something important about 7. So, like I said, a lot of water imagery. We have the 2 first cards here. They're both beaches. 4 of Cups gives beach vibes. There is water in the Four of Wands as well as in the growth card. And the Four of Wands, normally it would be like more like dirt or sandish looking. So that could also be a beach. Now, if you don't live near a beach, it could also just be a river or a local like water area, you know, like a lake or a pond someplace. It could be a park that has like, I know like around me, there's a lot of parks with ponds or like little lakes in them. And it could be one of those areas where people go and like, you know, fish, or they go on those little swan thingies or the boats across the lake, you know, just things like that, you know, areas where there's nature, but there's also water. It's giving me high water energy here. Some place where there's water, not necessarily seeing any cliffs or anything. It doesn't seem like there's something that's like really standoutish. With the Four of Cups, there could be some like more like desert oasis area where maybe it's like mostly desert and rocks, but then you get to a certain area and there's a river. But that's more of the vibe that I'm getting here. There doesn't seem to be a lot of energy of like a lot of people surrounding you, or a lot of people like necessarily in your group, but because we have exuberance and the Four of Wands, normally those 2 would be like party cards, but since it's 2 people that we're sort of focused on here and then 2 people that we're focused on there, it's giving me more so that very similar to the previous stack. Even though there might be people surrounding you, you might have people in your area, it doesn't feel like they're going to disrupt you. So it does feel like more of a one-on-one, or at least more of a meet up where you 2 can focus on each other, focus on just the 2 of you, you know, talking, bonding, really getting to know each other without anybody else disrupting it. You know, we can have those moments where somebody comes along and maybe we're talking to somebody and they're like, you know, let's just ruin, you know, the vibe. But none of those vibe ruining moments. It really does seem like a very good environment for you. There does seem to be some sort of dressiness. I'm not sure what it is. Not necessarily like fancy dressiness, but it does seem like something where you want to look your best. This could be some sort of event. It could be like a party. It could be a gathering at, you know, like a beach or something, you know, or out in the desert. It could be like one of those open air, open field concert things. Any of those vibes. It just feels like something where you want to make yourself look a little better. But I feel like a very strong energy here, quite similar to the first stack. There's a lot of cup energy coming out, which indicates a lot of romance. But we also have the King of Pentacles, like with the previous stack having the Queen of Pentacles, which gives more of like a stable energy. So it's somebody who's coming toward you, ready for commitment, ready for longevity. So we're not seeing somebody who's coming through, you know, and just wanting a fling or something that's temporary. We see long term with this person, when we see somebody who's truly ready to give something their all, and I think with the way that this person is appearing, it seems like they just really want somebody who will like reciprocate their energy. So all that they give to other people, I feel like they're waiting for that like true soul level connection. They want somebody that they really feel like bonded to, well connected with, and they're just waiting for it. And I feel like with that King of Pentacles energy, it's giving me somebody who is more like the stage that they are in their life when they meet you is like, okay, this is what I want, and I'm not sacrificing. Like, they're not going to take somebody who is not like on the same vibration as them just to have a relationship. They're really looking for somebody who connects with them deeply, and that's where you come in. And I think whatever this meeting is, wherever you are, I think you two have this really amazing connection right off the bat. Like, you're able to really bond with the other person. You see each other clearly. You know what it is. You know that that's what you're sort of asking for. You're able to talk to each other, have good conversations, just really connect right off the bat. Despite everything else that's going on around you. Like, if there's 1,000 people surrounding you, it really does seem like here we're seeing just a very true connection, a very strong connection. So whatever you're both manifesting at the same time, I guess it's sort of like a good thing, right? You're both on that same page of manifesting this permanent energy. You're not looking for something temporary. You're not looking for something that's just fun and you move right along. You're both coming through with this very nice, like, lined up vibe. You just really are both at a good place. So it also seems like with the Four of Cups, like, this Four of Cups is not in the typical imagery, but I will note on that it seems like if the Four of Cups is coming out, it's saying this is the right opportunity, the one that, it will be very obvious. You don't have to worry about missing this one. It is right there in your face. It is standing out. It's super strong. Don't worry about missing this person. They will stand out, like a neon sign. But that's what I'm seeing with this second stack, and that 5 with Briar Rose, Sleeping Beauty. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting off with our third stack, we have the King of Hearts over there with Mickey Mouse. I do love Mickey Mouse, but I majorly ship Donald and Daisy, but I love Mickey Mouse. I've already laid out all the cards for all of you so that we can sort of speed through that and you don't have to waste your time watching me lay on all the cards. I'll go over them quickly so you know what is on the table. Starting up here, we have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Lovers. We have the Ten of Wands, Strength, the Champion of Wands. This would be the Knight of Wands. Then we have the Five of Cups, Machu Picchu, Peru with planning, and Woodstock, New York with playfulness. So this one has a lot going on. We don't see as much cup and pentacle energy as we did in the other stacks. The other stacks were like super strong cup pentacle energy, but here we're seeing quick movement, and I love that we're seeing quick movement because we have the King of Cups over here with Mickey. We do have that overall essence of love, so somebody who knows what it is that they want. They're ready to pursue something that is permanent, something that is strong, a true relationship, and they want somebody who is capable of really like matching up with their energy. So I feel like this person is maybe either aware of what it is they're searching for, or maybe they're like done with all the people that were part of their life in the past, and they're just like, it's time to go for what makes them happy. So we see that if you're wondering when this person's coming through, Two of Wands, Knight of Swords, those two cards coming out together, they've made their decision, or they've made up their mind, right? They've made a choice and they are moving forward quickly. So I feel like their arrival is, almost like sooner than expected, or greatly sooner than expected. I'm not going to put out a time frame exactly because I feel like this is sooner than even like I could say. They're coming in quickly. The imagery I'm seeing though is there's a lot going on, but it feels like it's more of an area where there's a lot of people. Now with the other stats, we didn't necessarily see all the people, right? We didn't see a lot. If you had watched any of the other stacks, mainly it was just more like the two of you, the even if you were at a party or a large gathering, it still seemed to be focused on the two of you. With these two cards, we're seeing more of like a greater surrounding, more people. This still gives me like almost beach vibes for some reason. The Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Cups, as well as these two cards. It gives me like outdoor beach, the Lovers as well. It doesn't seem like just out in nature though. It does seem like some either gathering, an event, a place where there's a lot of people, a place where people have fun. So if there's an area maybe nearby, close to you, or an area that you've sort of seen and you've wanted to go to, but you're like, I wonder, you know, if I should. I wonder if that's a place that I'd like enjoy visiting. This could be that area where you just see like there's something that draws you in. There's something there that really like, you know, attracts you. It could be like a vast area where there's like one water source, or like a pond, a lake, something that's, you know, out in the middle of nowhere, and you just really want to go there and see things. You know, normally like places like, or events like Coachella or Woodstock or like Burning Man, normally they take place out in the desert and it's like nothing for miles. So it does sort of have that similar vibe to it, of just like sort of nothing for miles, but there is a gathering aspect to it. Now, mainly it seems like a place where a lot of people can communicate. So I'm not feeling necessarily like party or concert. It feels more so like a large gathering, maybe a fair or a carnival, or some sort of place where people can just get together and share their interests, their hobbies, just talk about things that are going on around them. It could be some sort of retreat, or just a you know, an event that you wanted to go to for a while. Like I said, it could just be anything that seems like more outdoor rather than in a confined space or a building or something, just something that's a little more wide open. The thing about this person is, I feel like immediately you recognize this person as who they are. With that Knight of Swords energy coming off of them, that is a very intense energy, one that says like, I'm here, you know, this is me, you know. It's a big sign that just stands out. There's nothing that you can do to avoid that. The Five of Swords energy is, it seems like it's time for this to come through. And if you've been going through a lot, or you've been trying to sort of sort things out, you're trying to figure out you know, what to do, what choices to make in life, this seems like it's all sort of like culminating and saying now's the time to move forward. We have Ten of Wands, meaning like a stage in your life that maybe you couldn't see things clearly, maybe things were a little hazy. Then Champion of Wands is like, the choice has been made, you're able to move forward now. There's no questioning, no like, you know, reevaluating. You're very sure of yourself. You know what it is you're after, you know what it is you're hoping for and what you want, and that's basically what you're going out, you know, looking for. I love the energy that you're approaching them with and that they're approaching you with, because there's an eagerness on their side. It really seems like they're searching for you. They're ready for you to come into their life. But with your energy, it seems like you're ready for this fresh start. You're ready for this newness that's coming through with them. And it's like something that just really brightens, you know, the overall, like, I don't know, like your aura or something. It just brings this light to you. Just knowing that you're on the right path and that things are now coming toward you. It's almost giving me sun energy. Like, I feel like the sun card should be here to really say, like, you know, here it is. Here's the future for you. But when it comes to meeting, I'll sort of like focus on that a little more before the reading's over, because I know sometimes I'll get off track and sort of like point out all the other things that I see. But we see somewhere that it might be like an area where there's pop-up tents or something. This could be some sort of swap meet, a fair, some, you know, like a powwow if you're in the Americas. It could be some sort of exhibition, or you know, an area where people like might sell their handmade stuff, and you know, you see like temporary booths. It could also be some sort of convention, so like, you know, like Comic-Con, or some sort of like knitting, or, you know, clay making, maybe an anime convention, whatever you're interested in. And it could be one of those things. I do feel like it's in an area or located in a place that has more of a outdoorsiness, or like a wide area, so it doesn't seem like you're really packed in like sardines. It could be close to a beach, it could be close to a water source. Like I said, it could be some sort of event that gives the same vibes as like Coachella or Woodstock or something, you know, more in an outdoors area. There could be desert with like one single water source. There could be animals too. We see animals in both of those cards. I mean, those are cat decks, so of course we're going to see cats in there. But, you know, like a fair or a carnival would normally have horses and animals to ride. So those are the type of areas you can meet them in. It might be that you're with a friend or two, not like many. It doesn't seem like you're surrounded by a lot of people. They might also be with a couple of friends, and that's where you're able to meet. And that's why we see some people in the distance, but not necessarily like a large group surrounding you. And definitely plenty of opportunity to just bond with each other, to talk. It doesn't seem like a loud atmosphere. Like I said, it doesn't seem very loud. It seems maybe on the calmer side, but that is what I'm seeing with this third stack. And Mickey over there, the King of Cups, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I do hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our fourth stack, we have the two over there, the Two of Hearts. That would be the Two of Cups with Pooh Bear. I've already laid out all the cards. I'll go over them quickly because I did notice something that I really want to get out fast. So I'll go over them quickly so you know it's on the table. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Star, Death, the Emperor. Again, our two oracle cards are over here. We have life force energy with the Maasai in Africa, and then we have miracles with the Northern Lights in Iceland. So the thing I wanted to note on quickly is, first I thought, oh, we're out in the wild again. We're out in nature like with the previous stack. But then I laid out the Emperor and I realized, no, we're not. We're not out in nature. And then the Emperor came out again, and it's like, we are definitely not out in nature, even though we see a lot of nature environments. It could be that this person is like very interested in nature, going outdoors, traveling. We see that they might be somebody who likes to do a lot of traveling. But since we have the Emperor and two cards, we see somebody who's very prominent, somebody who has a very high position, somebody who is like high level business. They might be somebody who is starting up their own business. It could be somebody who's in a higher position. It could be a, you know, like a CEO, president of a company for some of you. It just has a very strong energy with that Emperor, and it's giving me very like well off, very secure vibes, because normally the Emperor just gives me like somebody who's in a good place financially, mentally, emotionally, you know, physically. Everything you could ask for is like within that person. I do feel right now, if you're wondering like, where is this person, why haven't we met, we see that they're building it up right now because we have that Knight of Pentacles. So they're sort of in the journey of getting to that Emperor position. So they're not quite there yet, and I feel like that's why you haven't been able to meet them, because you're waiting for them to be in the Emperor so you could come across each other. Two of Cups. It seems like here with these cards, Ace of Cups, the Star, as well as the Two of Cups, Four of Swords, it seems like an environment that's a little dressy. It might be a place that maybe you look a little better for, or you feel like this is more of like an upscale event, a party. I wouldn't say a club or anything, because it's giving me almost like this is giving me fancy vibes, to be honest. It's giving me like really dressed up, like once in a lifetime event. Everything's like really decorated beautifully, and you just feel like you're in like a movie almost with the way that this is appearing. It might be a place, because of the way the cards, once again, because of the way the cards are coming out, it could be a place where you are going with your friends. It could be your friends and maybe like a family member, your parents or something, depending on your age, who you hang out with, you know, who you see often, those types of things. But it seems more to me like this is reading like you're going out with people and then you sort of meet this person. I feel like there's encouragement to sort of go and talk to this person, because they seem almost like they're alone at this event with the Emperor energy. He's always sort of sitting there. He's not necessarily lonely, and that's the interesting thing about the Emperor. He's not lonely. He's just more of like, he has that I don't need to be surrounded by a ton of people. Like, he doesn't need this huge group around him. He can sort of just go anywhere and sit there and sort of like feel like he belongs. Almost, it's a lovely energy that the Emperor has. I think like a lot of courage and a lot of like just very like good confidence, you know, something that's really nice to have. So that seems to be like this person's vibe. Like, they're just out because they want to go out. It doesn't matter who they're with, who they're around. If it's just them, if it's a big group, they just, you know, they want to go out. They want to just lounge about. So I think that's the vibe that I'm getting. Now, with a Star and Death, normally when they come out in this order, it's giving me like it's the end to the manifestation, meaning now that you've worked on it, now that you've actually manifested it, or you've put all your energy into it, it's time for the true manifestation to come through. So it's time for it to come into the physical world, this realm that we exist in, no longer in that dream realm. It's something that is actually, tangible, something that you can actually reach out and grab. So it's a big change when these cards come out, because it's signifying a big swap in energy for you. It's not anything bad, and that's the thing about death cards, is sometimes it's so, all you see is death, and it's hard to look away from death. But when you realize it's actually signifying something like really positive, then you get this fantastic vibe of like, oh, it's finally coming true, everything is finally working for you. We see life force energy, miracles. It's like that person that you wanted, that dream person, they're real, they're coming toward you. It's just that slowness, because they have to be I watched something once and they said something about, you have to be patient if you're asking for a lot, because it takes time to get all those things checked off. So if you're asking for a lot, their arrival might be a little on the slow side, because of so much work having to go into getting them prepared for their arrival. But also, so that you're in a place where you can accept their arrival, where you're in a place to actually recognize who they are. Because sometimes, you're sent the right person and you're like, I'm not ready for that. Or, is this really the right person? And then you go through like questioning, and, rather than the universe doing that to you, they really like work heavily on delaying things to make sure it's the absolute right timing. So we sort of have like a Four of Cups energy here, where it's like you can't miss this opportunity. It's going to be so bright, so intense, so in your face that there's nothing you can do to ignore this person. They are going to be like right there in front of you. Definitely something that stands out strong. Also, I will note with the Death card, that card in particular really seems like a travel card. So it could be that you might actually have to travel a distance to meet this person. Like, it might be something that is an unexpected trip. This could be like a road trip. It could be something where you're going much further, or maybe like your friend or somebody invites you, somewhere unexpected, and now you have to, go a ways to go and see them. A lot of these, like, because there's different imagery in all of these, even with the Knight of Pentacles, there's travel within there. There's like, going distances. So it could be an unexpected trip that's coming through within this card. It's somebody who's at a distance. You might have to go pretty far to see this person. Although within the Death card and the Emperor card, it is interesting. I didn't realize this. Actually, both of these cards are my birthday or life path number, whatever it is, tarot cards. But they both are 4. But if you look in the distance, they both lead to a mountain. It's just more so like we have a direct path to it here. And then we see what is like sort of awaiting us at the top. So I do feel like you're on the direct path to this Emperor, regardless of gender, Emperor energy that's coming through. So everything's coming through really great for you. Miracles exist within this card as well as the Star. So I do want to put that out there. Both of those cards have miracles in it. This is definitely long-term soulmate, divine partner, everything you could hope for within this stack. And we do have 2 of Cups within both of these cards. Pooh Bear as well, because that would be the 2 of Cups. But anyway, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. That is all I have for you within this 4th stack, and Pooh Bear over there. I sincerely hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye.